Fucking Paul sucked at everything, man.
But you know what though? He was kind of in the veto comp too. Like he wasn't doing bad.
Oh, in the Nutcracker?
No, even that Paul could win stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, oh, fuck yeah.
That's why I wanted him to stay too. Like I wanted him to friggin' stay and fight with us. It'd have been me, you, Paul, Judases, and you know what I mean. We had numbers at least to make moves.
Oh, big time.
And then
numbers.
like Rachelle just won this week, but who knows? Rachelle could have been manipulated too. They'd have probably told her to put a Paul. I should have done it. You know what I'm trying to say though?
I would have fucking. If Paul would have gone through that 1 week, we would have been balling.
We would have had numbers. It'd been me, you, Paul.
And it would have made the crew stronger.
It made the crew stronger, and then Rachelle would have won just now. But don't you think that if she'd won just now, that Kenny would have still manipulated her?
No, we would have been already surrounding her too much.
It would have been Heather and that new girl on the block.
And the new girl going home.
The new girl goes home or whatever, but I don't think she'd have replaced me.
Let's not even think of that shit. That shit's so old.
It's so hard to not think of. I'm so bitter, yo. I'm so cheesed. The truth
At least your weave lasted the whole time.
The weave was gonna hold up. This ain't no ratchet weave, yo. Like seeing some girl. This ain't no ratchet weave.
That was gonna hold, boy.
It was gonna hold, yes. Oh man. Yeah, I think what bugs me more is I don't want my family to be embarrassed about anything.
They won't be, man.
Upset, you know?
You put on.
I think that's...
You fucking your boys went to school saying, my mama's HOA.
Yeah, and then she's coming on the fucking next week.
So, mama had to come home.
She fucking hates you. I fucking hate you. No, yeah, I think like people will ask me about you because like you're like my best friend in the house.
Yeah.
So
it's all good.
I'm gonna friggin' go on the internet and be like, go Adele. But I can't watch.
Yeah.
I can't. I'll let Brendan watch and let him tell me what this is. I can't watch for now because it's gonna take me some time to go home and just prepare myself to sit and watch the train wreck on fucking TV.
You know what's so fucking funny? Is
the only way I'd watch if I
won. The day you leave is the next HOH, right?
Yeah.
So then the next time, say you watch, it's like Kenny's going home.
Oh my God.
How happy would you be?
Yeah, I'd be happy then. If Brendan told me that happened, then maybe I'd watch.
Yeah, of course you would. What's up with you and B?
Okay, so we were together and then I broke up with him. But like he didn't want to break up with me or whatever. Like I broke up with him. Like he's still very, very upset. But that's why I don't like talking about it on here type thing. So he's still kind of like, you know, like has hope or whatever. But recently when I started like my own hair stuff, we moved back in together.
Nice.
So that like instead of us paying two separate bills, two separate places, we moved in because he's like supporting what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
And like Brendan makes pretty decent money, so
yeah,
we did that.
Yeah.
And
you guys don't mind if I try to lay down here?
No, they'll wake you up.
Will they?
Yeah, because I just tried and they woke me up. So but anyways, yeah.
Who cares?
I don't want to hear. But it's just that we live together and everything. And we take care of the kids and do whatever. We're like very, very, very good friends. We do everything together.
You don't think you guys are gonna get married?
I don't know. Like after being here now, like I guess like when you have nothing else to do, that's what you think about. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you.
Wake up. Nap time is over.
I told you.
Points made.
What did he do? He did the stance? He did the dance?
No, he didn't do it. He just fucking got up.
Yeah.
You know what? If I was to marry anybody, it'd probably be Brendan. But I always said I would ever get married. But if I was, it would probably be that guy. He stuck by me for friggin' 10 years and raised my friggin' kid as if it was his own. You know what I mean? Like he basically saved my life. Like when I got pregnant, my first kid, that dad took off and left me. My mom threw me out. I had to go to a friggin' shelter. Like it was bad. Right. And then when I met Brendan, so it was only me and my son. I met Brendan. He pretty much changed our lives. Like he gave us a family. Like my son calls him dad. That's the only dad that my kid knows. My son calls his mom grandma. She takes care of them. Like, if they go for a sleepover, he goes to, he has cousins on their side. Like, so Brendan pretty much gave me a family. If it wasn't for Brendan, I wouldn't have anybody. So you can't turn your back on people like that.
It's not even turning your back. It just seems the guy loves you so fucking much.
I'm so lovable, though.
Huh?
I'm so lovable.
Fuck that shit, girl. What the fuck lovable about you? I'm the only trick ass that loves you in this life. Leave me the fuck alone.
I'm the only trick ass who loves you. Shut up, Adele.
No, they all love you.
I could kiss my ass. I don't like any of them. You know what it is, though? My personality. It's weird because it's really hard for me to like people. I don't know why I'm like that.
Well, you know what? We're not kids either. You know what I mean? I'm 28. Andy's 28.
Yeah.
You're turning 30.
I'm 29, bitch. What you
yeah, so you're only a year.
I'm only like a year older than you. I'm not young, But it's really hard for me to click with people and like them. But once I do click with you and like you, I have your back.
Yeah, I know that.
Like, that's how I am. Like, once I click with you and, like, I really click with you and I like you, I'll write it out with you. Like, my girlfriends, I am not the kind of girl, as I said, like, I don't like feeling played, right?
Don't worry.
I don't like feeling played, right? Yeah. So if, like, a guy would ever punk me, I'm not calling your ass back. I'm not doing shit. Fuck you. I am holding my own, right? But, like, my girlfriends are not the same. And I have some crazy ass girlfriends, I'm that friend who, like, if a girl thinks, like, her man's cheating on her, she's like, I want to go to his house and sit outside and watch. Like, I won't talk you out of it. I'm like, okay, I'll come with you and sit in the car and bring some McDonald's. Like, all right. Because, like, so she don't do no crazy shit too, like, right? She's gonna do it anyways to get it out of her system. I might as well go with her and sit there and watch the damn house with her and eat some McDonald's, like, in the fucking car. And let her go by herself and go beat some girl and go to jail, get arrested. Like,
what's going on out there, Heather? Anything?
No, they're making cake.
Oh, still?
Yeah.
Like, I'm that kind of, like, friend. Like, once I have my friends, I've been friends with them for the past, like, 10, 15 years. Like, I don't
you
have
guys out there grinding together.
Like, I don't have no new friends.
Yeah.
Like, no one-year-old friend. Like, because it's hard for me to make connections. I don't know why. I think it's my past, like how my mom was and stuff like that. It's hard for me to make connections, but once, like, I click with you and I like you, I'll never betray you.
Did you keep the grudge with your mom still today? You guys don't holla?
I don't talk to her, like, it's because, like, I moved here when I was, like, friggin'
Oh, she's still
11.
back in Jamaica?
No, she's not. Like, she left when I was around, like, 3. So I don't have any memories of her. My grandma raised me when I was there, right?
Yeah.
I don't have any memories of my mom when I was, like, a kid. And then when I moved here now, I was, like, 10, 11. And she was, she was friggin' wicked, like she would, like, like, beat us. She came up with this house rule, like, we're slaves, like, like, because downstairs in the den is where we'd watch TV, and her room was above the den.
Yeah.
So instead of, like, calling us or something, she got the stick and she'd hit the floor with it, and one of us would have to go up to see what she wanted. And that's some real slavey shit. And it could be like,
that's mother shit.
It could be like, pass me some water, or water doesn't have enough ice, shit like that. Like, she was just real mean, And it wasn't just to me. Like, there are times, like, we have to clean the whole house, right? That's why I like cleaning when I'm here. I'm not doing shit. Yeah. Like, I have to clean her room, her bathroom, like, her walk-in closet, do her laundry, everything. Like, me and my stepsister, right?
Yeah.
And, like, if she came home, like, say, even if we're in bed, we have school next morning, and she didn't like, and we're like 10, 11, 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Not no friggin' big gray back friggin' 16-year-old kid. We're friggin' little kids. And she came home, and she like how it was done. Adele, this lady would walk in her closet and she would throw everything on the floor, put everything in her drawers on the floor, and then she'd beat us and then make us do it over again.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, she was on some abusive tip, That wasn't even the business. That shit was not cute. And then my stepsister, like, I had like 2 stepsisters and one ran away.
Wow. Oh, she was crazy then.
She was like 16. My stepsister was 16, she ran away. I never saw her ever again. She messaged me on Facebook like 2 years ago. Never saw her ever again. And then my other stepsister.
What's she like now? Did you holler back at her? You didn't?
Yeah, of course. I talked. Like, she lives in Florida now, and she's married, and I think she's a nurse or something. Like, something.
That's so cool.
They weren't teen moms like me.
No, but that's still cool.
And then my other stepsister, we're the exact same age. We're in the exact same, like, grade and everything. Like, even though it was bad, it's kind of like this house, even though it's bad, I have somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had my stepsister, you know, so even like my mom would beat us and stuff, my mom was mean. We weren't even allowed to go anywhere either. Right? We weren't even allowed. So even if we made friends at school, I couldn't keep those connections because while they were having sleepovers and while they were hanging outside of school, I wasn't allowed to do it. So their bond would become stronger while I was kind of like on the outs type thing, right? So my stepsister though, like at least I had her. So if my mom was evil and wicked, at least I had like my stepsister. But what happened was my stepsister's mom moved to New York. Because, you know, from Jamaica, to start a new life, to get on her feet or whatever. Like, she didn't get her thing for here, but she got for the States. But her mom had, like, my stepsister had a sister too, but that the mom kept and was in New York with type thing. So that little girl came to spend a summer with us one time and saw what was going on and told her mom.
I mean, if she was freaking out, then it would just make the target even bigger on her back.
Yeah.
So,
but I think she knows she's going to go home.
Did you tell her that she was the target?
Well, I didn't tell her she was a pawn, so I think she assumes. I kind of made it seem like I didn't say that you were going home directly, but I think she knows. So I think she knows that all of you guys and like Sarah would want her gone over Heather.
Netta's on board.
You can come in. It's okay. You can come in.
It's the cream cheese filling.
No, it's okay.
Well, I'm gonna wash them soon, so.
Don't wash one.
I use them for the top, so.
Oh, okay.
If you're down in 5 minutes, you can have them. If not, too bad.
Okay. What are you, John?
I did one glass of wine.
No, I love her. I don't remember.
Admiral was down.
Oh yeah, Netta's on board for all that.
Dad, do you want to grab one out?
About what was happening. I think he's feeling something.
Well, I mean, he is running around doing shady work.
And maybe he's like, knows that we kind of figured it out. So he's like, why did you not
Well, Jesus, even just after the nomination, Netta, John, Adele, and Ika went outside.
I know.
Like, what do you expect?
Yeah. So I was like, I didn't tell anyone. Mostly I told a few people, but I just waited. That's what I said. I just made it like seem like not a big deal.
Like, after you told me this morning that Ika knew, that's when I went to John. I was like, it's Ika. Because that way I know that it's known, and I can still tell him to create that loyalty.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do anything beforehand because I didn't
Can you
know.
get to me double this week? Well, it's either this week or next week.
It's this week or next week, and I think they expect us to think it's this week, so they'll do it next week. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Do you think there's gonna be a different choice this week though? What if Canada? Do you think Canada would save Heather or Ika?
Ika.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The only reason I think Heather is because she's kind of an outsider. She doesn't have anyone. But they like Ika's sass probably.
Yeah, I think they'd like a sass more than anything.
Yeah.
If someone was to be saved.
Yeah.
So if Ika is to be saved and you have to replace the nom, who would you put up?
I don't know because I can't put up Allison.
No,
What would you think I should do? Well, if I wanted Heather gone, in that case, I'd put up upon like Arlie.
Yeah. Yeah, that would actually be the safest bet.
Yeah. And
Because like he wouldn't be vindictive about it. He wouldn't be pissed off about it.
And the only other person would be, or whatever. But I think it's too early.
Don't put up John.
No.
That'll scare him too much. He'll try to go nuts.
Yeah.
And if he gets HOH, that'll put you in hot water.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Arlie would be the best.
Arlie wouldn't be vindictive.
No one would put up like So.
But I mean,
I don't think that's gonna happen though. I think hopefully
Allison needs to go soon though.
next week or the week after. Like if you won, you would want
soon.
John going home, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So then if it was Ika, then John, then Allison, then Heather,
Yeah.
then Netta.
Probably Adele first.
Oh, and Adele.
Adele.
I forgot about Adele.
Yeah. Well, see, yeah, all those really, because we have to rank them in powers.
Yeah.
Like how dangerous they are.
Okay, so Adele's gonna use his power next week.
What?
Adele will probably use his power next week.
If he
the
has
next.
it, yeah. So honestly, I think if it's a double this week,
Yeah.
I think we should put up like John and Adele. That way we can say,
Flush it
John,
out,
this
yeah.
is solely
But Adele
upon-"
gets to pick who goes up in his spot.
Exactly. So even if he puts up me, we take out John.
Yeah.
And that way, like, we can we can just be like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
do we
yeah.
do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then we already know we've already made the decision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like that power, I think, has to be flushed out very
Yeah.
soon. Because it's been the 2 weeks after this eviction, so
That's the only reason I'm scared that he would use it this week, because he's like, I'm gonna go home right after anyways, so why would I not use it? Like, it's dumb and smart at the same time. Like, I keep saying it would be dumb of him because he would go home the next week, but he's gonna go home anyways.
yeah.
I don't think he will, though. I really don't think he will. He's come to me and said enough times that he's not gonna use it that I kind of believe him.
On anyone else, you mean, or just himself, or just in general?
He told me he's not gonna use it on anyone this week, and that he would use it on me or him next week because I saved him or whatever.
So he said he would use it next week.
He said, well, that's his last week to use it.
But I thought this week was his last week to use it because he got it last week.
No. This week, like, with me and Ika. Like, me putting up Ika, as in this week, like, my HOH, he's not using it, but the next HOH, he's using it.
Oh, okay. That would make... I almost hope that the double eviction would be next week then.
Yeah.
Because then, like, he'll use it regardless if he needs to, and then
Yeah,
bam,
exactly.
bam, out right after
Yeah.
he uses it.
Yeah.
But regardless, I think it should be kind of flushed out.
And Andrew's cool with getting Allison out, yeah.
Yeah. He says he is. I know there's attachment there.
Yeah.
I know there's attachment
Yeah.
there.
It's so weird because he says that and then they're like so
But
close.
he's like, you know what? Like, he told me, he was like, if you think it's the best idea, whatever, like...
She's so weird. I can't read her at all.
I know, I'm very weary of her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very weary of her.
Me too. Like, she's really nice to me and she's like, I have
Yeah,
your back,
she's very nice to me,
blah,
too.
but like, I just don't trust her at all.
I don't either. Like, I want to keep her close. Like, I don't want her
Yeah,
against
exactly.
me, but I don't want her in my circle. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want her in my decision-making, you know, powwow.
Yeah.
Because I feel like anything she says or does is not going to be true.
But you'd want John for her.
Yes, just because, well, apparently John and Allison are working together.
Yeah.
Well, that's a large...
Well, I came up today in my HOH room and they were sitting here. By themselves. I was like, hi. So, yeah.
I haven't had any one-on-one talk with her at all, really. Because I don't
I've had like
small
stuff, but it's not
5
very
minute.
important. Like, she's like, if you keep me safe this week, I'll keep you safe. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, basically, she was like,
But
and like when I was going in for the veto, she was like, if you won the veto, like, would you use it on me and stuff like that? And I was like, oh yeah, hundo. But yeah, I don't know, man. I still don't know. I feel like, and I don't want to leave her till jury.
No, I don't trust
Because usually
her.
that's like
There's a reason she came in here 2 weeks late. It's not for no reason. I just can't believe that it's for no reason. There's still weird stuff going on in here. That 2 million, this TV, there's something.
Oh yeah, there's still lots more to come out. I know there is.
And I'm sure she's a part of that because she was not the original people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even the fact that she's like close with Andrew but not really is kind of scary. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know. I keep reminding him, like, dude, do what you gotta do.
but he says that he does want her to go.
Yeah, he was like, if you think so, like, if anything comes out, like, when it's time to get rid of her, he was like, I can. He was like, but...
Well, I'd say after John, then she would be next, right? Or her or Adele, and then her.
I would rather...
She'd be a
her.
scary person. Yeah, because Adele, I don't...
Because I think Adele I feel like John first, no matter what.
Yeah.
Because John and Della are close, and John and Netta are close.
Yeah, hopefully
So-
you can win
and
this week. That'd be good.
I really, really want to.
Yeah.
Really, really want
Do you
to.
think Andrew would do the same thing? John?
I think I could talk Andrew into doing anything.
Yeah. Because he's not that close with John, is he?
No, he's not. Like, me and Andrew are obviously bros.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
since day one, pretty much.
I mean, it would make sense for him to do that.
So, like, we talk about everything
Mm-hmm.
scenario-wise. So, hopefully, I think he'd be on board with it.
Yeah.
But regardless, it would be my HOH. I'd
Yeah,
make whatever
yeah.
decision I think would be best for
No,
us.
I'm saying if Andrew won, then I was just switching back to say if Andrew won, would he do that?
Oh, if he won. Yeah, I think he would.
Yeah, because do you think he would ever put up Allison? Like, I know he'd vote her out, but I don't know if he'd ever put her
I
up.
don't know if he'd put her up himself.
Yeah.
I think he'd let someone else do it.
Yeah. This game's getting real now.
It's getting fucking
After
crazy.
this week, it's getting crazy, yeah.
It's getting nuts already.
Yeah. She's dealing with it so well, though, it's scaring me a little bit.
I think she's keeping her distance so she doesn't make any
Yeah.
mistakes or say anything for now.
I know that she
I also
said-
think she's taking time to think.
Yeah.
And
I
what's
also
her
know
best-
she said to Sarah, like, she knows she was going to go home anyways, so she wants to go home before jury to be with her kids, which makes sense. But I don't know if that's real or not, but it would make sense. Because she was going to go home anyways. This week, next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heather just can't win anything. We have to make sure she doesn't
No,
win.
yeah, she's useless. Although she did get fucking third in that game.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. Because she
all it
went back
takes is
up.
one sort of game that it could go either way.
Yeah.
And
What do you think the next HOH is going to be? We've
I mean,
had...
John has literally been absolutely terrible in all of these games. All of them.
Yeah. What's the order? So we just had endurance, so it's probably going to be
What? That wasn't endurance. Oh, you mean for HOH? Endurance.
HOH. Yeah.
So the first one was endurance. The second one was strength and endurance. Really,
More so strength, though.
looking for those potatoes was not strength.
Yeah, I
Well,
guess.
it was both. It was endurance, like
The holding
crazy.
thing was...
Then it was
Questions?
questions. Yeah, the quiz.
So then...
And then it was the endurance again.
So it could be strength. Probably strength again.
I don't know
Who
if
knows?
they're.
Or maybe a puzzle.
I think it's probably some sort of puzzle, a maze,
That scares me. What if she
putting something
wins?
together. Yeah.
She wins.
It'll be, I
she'll
think it'll be a
put up, like, me and
combination of
Sabrina.
things. It'll be like kind of like divergent wise, but the puzzle will be a lot harder, and you'll have to like find the pieces kind of thing.
If she won, then someone would just have to win the veto and put someone else up.
What do you mean if she won?
If Heather won, she'd put up like me and Sabrina, and then
I don't think she could win something like that.
I'm just saying if she
Yeah.
did, then one of us would just
Well,
have to win the POV, replace one of us, and put
But
up
you know
someone
what?
like
I think
Allison.
Heather thinks that I'm on her side
Yeah.
in a way because like she
Does she talk to you though? She doesn't talk to anyone.
she doesn't talk at all to me
I
anymore,
know.
like period, in passing or whatever.
Yeah.
But like when I told her basically, I was like, the only reason you're here, I hope you know that, is because of the guys kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. So I feel like she feels closer to us. So that is kind of good
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because if there's a veto or a choice, whatever,
Yeah.
hopefully she'd pick me
Yeah.
to play, and then I could do whatever with
Yeah,
it. You
yeah.
know what I mean? But
It wouldn't even matter if you took on me or Sabrina, and then you just put up like someone like Allison or John. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
then that person
Yeah.
would go home.
But honestly, I think after Ika, John he has to go.
Yeah, I agree.
And that fucking pisses me off too because I love John.
So do
And
I.
like, I honestly thought that like we could have played with John for
Yeah.
a long time if he didn't
Me
fuck
too,
around.
but he's playing with everyone now.
He's fucking around. He's
Yeah.
screwing it up. Like he could have easily coasted or
Yeah.
been with us and made the right decisions and picked people off.
Yeah.
And now he's just screwing around.
Well, I think that's why he was stressed, because he kind of knew that we figured out what was going on with Ika and Allison or whatever, because he came up to me, he's like, why was I the last one to know? Right?
Well, don't, just make sure you do not tell him that you told anyone else.
I
kind of
didn't.
thing.
All I said was, I didn't tell anyone, and I told Ika last night, and that's the only reason Adele knew, because she was upset and talked to him. And then I told everyone else today.
So Adele told him or something?
I don't know.
I told him this morning. He probably already knew.
Who knows?
He definitely already knew then.
Probably.
He definitely already knew.
Do you think he did?
Yeah, obviously. If Adele knew and stuff, you told
Yeah.
like last night, they definitely had conversations.
Yeah.
He already knew, and he acted like he was surprised today. So that even makes it.
He's so sneaky because he acts like he just doesn't know what he's doing, but he does.
It's a very legit way to play this game.
Oh yeah.
It's
But he's
totally under the
dangerous, that's
radar.
why he should
He's so
go.
dangerous. And I'm not really that, like, he's been kind of hurt and all that stuff, but I honestly think that he can probably plug it out pretty good
Yeah.
if it comes to challenges.
You think he can do well, you mean?
Yeah.
He hasn't been doing very well.
He's been doing terrible. Like, in every challenge so far, he's
Yeah.
come, like, last.
Yeah. It all just, it's so stressful. Like, everything depends on who wins HOH.
I know, fuck. I need to take it. I need to take it. Even if it's the first one and it's a double eviction, it'll suck balls.
But now it's kind of like this, I mean, like, I think you would do the same thing, Andrew would do a similar thing, Sarah would do a similar thing.
Yeah.
Sabrina would do a similar
you think
thing.
Sabrina would do that?
I did the similar thing. What?
Do you think Sabrina would do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think
don't
Sabrina
know.
would put up?
She's very emotional, right? Like,
I
she's
know.
very, I think she'd feel bad, but I think that maybe she would but I think maybe she'd put up Allison.
Yeah, I
Because
think she'd put up like Allison and Adele.
I think she'd want Allison to go because she wants to be close to Andrew again, which
True.
makes sense.
Which totally makes sense.
And we all want Allison gone anyway, so I think she'd feel safer that way.
I think she'd go with Allison and probably like Adele.
Yeah.
Or Heather.
Which is fine. I
Or
mean, it's just a
Heather,
different
which would
order.
Put it
Yeah.
basically like you're close with
Yeah.
Sabrina, so
And then who are the other people? Netta. Oh my god, I don't know who Netta would put up. Who would Netta put up?
Netta would probably put up.
Heather and Allison?
No, I think she'd put up because John would be in her ear. It's considering
Oh,
John's
Andrew.
here, so Andrew 100%, and then maybe someone safer or me, one or the other. But I'm not sure if they would put me up.
No, she'd put up Andrew, maybe, and Heather.
Yeah. Andrew would be kind of a bigger
'Cause I know-
move, and Heather would be a safer
Because
move.
she even said to me, are you going to put Andrew up?
Who Netta did? Yeah, because he's gunning. John's gunning for Andrew.
Yeah, so that's why she said it to me. I was like, no.
Yeah, it's not. It's
I don't know if she'll win, though. Well, she could.
who Netta?
Who knows?
Netta? Yeah, I mean.
Anyone
she
can
did-
win anything, really.
Yeah, it depends on the game.
It totally depends.
Totally depends on the game. Fuck, I hate.
Like I've said since day one, endurance is my thing. Like, those are the ones I'm the best at.
Yeah, I think endurance would be like because you do yoga, you can.
Yeah, cause like
concentrate
I think
and
I could do
focus
well
and-
at a lot of endurance, but I don't know what the other ones. So it totally depends on what the challenges are. Like puzzles, that's like anyone's game. It's just how fast your mind's working, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if Heather won, I have no idea what the hell she'd do.
No, I mean honestly, I don't really think that she would win in anything ever,
No.
unless it was like a paint competition.
And then who else is there? I'm trying to think. Arlie, what would he do?
I don't know, man.
I have no idea.
Oh my god, I have no idea. All I know is I learned two things from that whole thing with Arlie.
Yeah.
One, that he's a really good actor,
Yeah.
and he can pretend.
I knew, though.
He can pretend to be whatever.
Yeah.
And two, what he was saying
Was totally true.
Was what he was feeling
Oh,
plus a little bit
exactly.
of embellishment.
Oh,
so
100%.
we got a little glimpse into who he likes and who he doesn't
Oh,
like,
exactly.
and how he really feels with a little bit of embellishment.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like people like John, he didn't have anything to say to John. You stink. Sarah, your breath smells. Allison, I don't really know anything about her. She hasn't been in the game. You put on weight, but she said that today or
Yeah.
earlier on in the day. So like the other things that
I
he
think
said
what
to
he said to
people-
me was like kind of true.
What did he say?
Like that I ignore him. I don't care about him that much.
Well, that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
that's and he called me a bully, and I thought I was better
Yeah.
than him, basically, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I feel like a lot of real feelings came out, but he made them maybe probably a little bit bigger than
Yeah.
they were. But they're
I have
insecurities.
no idea who to
nonetheless.
put up. I have zero idea.
I don't either.
Who do you think
he's
he
such a wild card? Like I don't know. He's just like a Ollie. You know what I mean? Like I take my nuts out.
I don't even know if he would try to win though. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like, to me, when he loses, it seems like he's exaggerating and trying to make himself seem like a weak player.
I thought that too. Like that screaming last time was just
That's what I mean.
obnoxious.
He was next to me, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
Oh my god, I wanted to go kick him in the back of the legs.
But like, why were you screaming? Just let go. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
I was
We're
very
the same
confused.
height and the same weight. We have the exact same pressure coming on us.
It was almost like he was trying to distract everyone because he kept burping too. It was annoying. I don't know. Hopefully, you or Andrew will win, or Sabrina, or any of those people really, other than like Arlie and Netta, and like who John.
Arlie, Netta, John, Adele,
Yeah.
Heather.
Yeah, I guess that's still.
Still 5 people.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that
You wouldn't, Andrew.
Arlie and John have been doing shit in competitions. Actually, Adele hasn't really been doing that great
No.
either. Heather's terrible. Who's the other one? Netta. Netta's decent.
Yeah.
Netta, I think, could probably. She was good doing an endurance. She stayed up on that ice block. She was one of the last people to go in the hang in there.
Mm-hmm.
Strength-wise, she wouldn't be very good, but...
And Sab, it depends what it is.
Huh?
With Sabrina, it depends what it is. With you and Andrew are pretty good at most things. It just depends, I guess. It all depends.
Yeah, exactly. And Sarah's good too, man. She's
Sarah's
got
good,
great
yeah.
aim. Like, look at her with those beanbags and all that stuff. And I mean, Jesus, it was like she said she was
Who did
shitty
you
at the
put up?
first. Huh? Oh, fuck. I don't know, honestly. Sarah would probably put up Heather.
Like, who do you think she'd want gone? Allison or Heather?
You know, would control that. She would talk to Sarah, and Sarah would.
I don't know if she'd put up John, though.
No, she loves John, I think.
Yeah.
She finds him really funny.
I mean, we all find him funny.
Well,
but
exactly,
yeah.
but I don't know if she's thinking.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
She's a mom.
I think you or Andrew would be have to be the ones to put up him.
Yeah, I think so too. And if he doesn't fucking go, watch out. He would have to go.
Yeah. I think he would, though. Well, yeah, because the only person that wouldn't vote him out or want to vote him out, I think, is Netta. Like, for Adele, he would want to because he thinks of him as a big player.
Yeah.
Because he probably thinks that you guys are all together, right? At this point, he doesn't know shit. At all. He thinks this is you three as the big players all together.
I know.
So, he would vote him out. The only person that wouldn't is Netta, I think. But I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Hey. Sorry. Oh no, you're coming. Yeah. We're just chatting.
Just chilling, chatting.
Oh, are you okay?
No.
Nope.
She says I can bring home people.
Get in here.
Still hooks up there, homies.
What's that?
You know.
No, he didn't actually do it, but he'd hit on girls out of the club, and she'd hit on
Well, you
dudes.
should
and
know.
he just, like,
If you don't know, now you know. Mumford.
I've been going Mumford, Lumineers, and then that buddy. Hold on.
Who's buddy?
What's his name?
Ed Sheeran.
Del Barber.
Del Barber.
I don't think you've heard of me.
Sick.
The guy was trying to tell you that you'd like.
Can I find your song?